guys, we are back with another song by Eminem. And which one are we doing today?
Today we were doing Baby. Do you know it?
Mm, I don't think so.
For some reason, I don't think you do either.
Interesting.
Yeah, so this is track number 17 off of the Marshall Mathers LP2. So as I mentioned yesterday, technically yesterday's song, Evil Twin, was the last one on the standard version of the album. So this is, I guess, the deluxe bonus edition. So
Okay.
but it's track number 17. They count them as if they're one thing. So yeah, this is a interesting song. It's kind of silly, but he's like really showcasing some like cool skills. Like he does a bunch of stuff with like his voice and like the cadence and stuff, so it's cool.
Okay. And if you're new here, so basically what we do is we're going through all of Eminem's discography and he's showing me all of the songs regardless if I know them or not.
Yes.
And we're going over them. So it's a mix of either a reaction video or a breakdown video, depends if I know it or not.
Yes. All right, so we'll break it down.
Yep. And this video is sponsored by Chomps, which is the best beef jerky ever. It only has all good for you ingredients, nothing you can't pronounce, nothing you're unsure of, all normal, all natural. Grass-fed beef. This one's jalapeno and beef, and it's amazing. And I'm obsessed, and it's not too spicy. It's perfect and super soft and delicious. And you can save 10% on all orders using our coupon code with Smith that I'm going to put right here. And you can use that same coupon code for an additional 20% off subscriptions. And the link is also in the description down below. You can also use that same promo code for SeatGeek. You'll save $20 off your very first order. And they've got everything from concert tickets to tickets to see comedians, like literally everything and anything you could think of. We've actually used it before. It was a super seamless experience. Totally, totally recommend it and absolutely love the company. It's so easy. You just buy the ticket and go. That's it. You even just show it to them on your phone. Like, you don't need to print anything at all.
Yeah.
And you use that same promo code with Smith, and the link is also in the description. Check out our Amazon storefront for all of our favorite things, sweatshirts, deodorants. Like, we just have a whole bunch of stuff in there, and there's some little discounts on those things too. And yeah, so that is enough from me. No, don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on all social medias if you want to. You don't have to, obviously.
Yes.
But yeah, now that's enough from me.
Yeah, I don't know if you said it, I didn't hear you, or if you didn't say it, but with the SeatGeek, you get $20 off your first order. You may
Yeah,
you may have said that, but I don't know.
yeah.
I kind
It's
of
okay.
zoned out.
We just reinforce that.
Yes.
It's so good.
Nice. All right, here we go. Baby.
1,000 different houses and munch house. I'ma make you wanna punch out some fucking 1 ounce. What the fuck you hit me for? Scream life as I punch counter and punches out of anger. I once encountered a stranger in a dumb gown, black hood with a sight of shit. I laughed in his face, spit. Bitch gave me an extra life. Like, take this, now get your ass back in that cane, bitch. Don't take shit for granted and don't take shit. Give it. Only bull you should take is powder horns. A mixture of Whitey Ford and Mighty Thor. I everlast. Pen is mightier than sword. Finish writing, then record. Replenish, keep writing more. Nothing's riding on it but your pride. That's all you're fighting for. So you fight, scratch your claws, backs to wall. No one was there to catch you fall. You pick yourself back up, you dust your jacket off. You grab your balls like they're gargantuan and ask yourself what fucking badge you want it. Pull out your pads for whooping ass and flash it on them. Nobody's gonna back you in the corner. You're a hornet. No one's more ignorant than you fucking 4 in the morning. You're at the laboratory storming like there's nothing that's more important. MC's you, but I consider this a form of warning. You're in for it. Girl, what would you do if I said your body was off the chain? And I told you I smile every single time I saw your face. I ain't finished, bitch. I'm in half. Oil the blade. Nobody wants to play. They say I'm a spoiled little baby, but nobody puts baby in the corner. I'm only trying to warn ya. If that baby gets mad and gets to throwing a tantrum, he'll fucking flip on ya. Cause nobody puts baby in the corner. I'm only trying to warn ya. If that baby gets mad and gets to throwing a tantrum, he'll fucking flip on ya.
Yeah, I don't know this song. I've never heard it before.
Now, yeah, for whatever reason, I had a feeling you hadn't.
I mean, I guess you probably don't play it.
Not that much.
Yes, that's why.
Yeah. Okay, so he starts out like as I said, he does like a lot of like his like cadence and his delivery. Like he changes his voice. It's really cool.
Yeah, like there's a lot going on. I feel like I missed
Yeah, so
like a ton.
there's some good stuff in the lyrics, and then obviously outside of the lyrics, you just have to listen to the song to appreciate the way he's delivering the lines and stuff.
Exactly.
So he starts off, he comes right in. There's no like, so there's a slight intro of like a baby crying, which you hear,
Yeah.
and then he goes right into his first verse. He says, 1,000 different houses and Munchausen will make you want to punch out some fucking one. Ouch. So his childhood, he moved from house to house. Him and his mom, they were in
Okay.
Missouri, Michigan, all over the place. And then the Munchausen, his mother was diagnosed with Munchausen.
Munchausen's.
So wait, does she have Munchausen by proxy or does he have Munchausen by proxy? Do you know what I mean? So he's the victim of Munchausen.
So Munchausen's is when you just constantly think or almost like want something to be wrong with you. And then by proxy is like you want something to be wrong with someone else.
Yeah, so I'm saying, does she have Munchausen by
She
proxy?
has Munchausen by proxy. Munchausen is when it's yourself.
And then
Eminem
just the victim of it.
he didn't think anything was wrong with himself.
Yeah.
So from what we know, so he doesn't have it.
Well, so I do believe he mentioned that he actually, because of her, he did think something was wrong with him, but he wasn't faking
he wasn't like forcing it
Yeah.
upon himself. He was just like, oh my God, maybe something is wrong with me.
Yeah, for sure. So then, yeah, he's saying all that shit will make you want to punch someone out,
Yeah,
anger.
just a bunch of craziness and a lot to deal with.
Yes. And then on the heels of that, he says, what the fuck what the fuck you hit me for? Screams life as I punch counter in bunches out of anger. So counter punching, it's like a boxing term. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I don't know what that is.
So yeah, it's literally just a counter. You know what I mean? Like you punch me, I counter punch, I hit you back. You know what I mean? And then in bunches out of anger. So he's doing bunches, a bunch of
punches at once.
Yes.
Bunches of punches.
Yes. And then he says, so there's a lot of that. So the bunches. So like it's littered throughout this song. A lot of those like close syllable rhymes. You know what I mean?
This was like decently difficult for me to follow along listening to it the first time.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. So then he continues. He says, I once encountered a stranger in a dumb gown, black hood with a scythe. Scythe? Is that a scythe? Scythe? I forget how to pronounce it.
Yeah, scythe.
With a scythe. So obviously the Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
She's referencing.
He's got like that little hook knife.
Yeah.
That's perfect for just like cutting people's heads off.
And then he says, shit, I laughed in his face. Bitch gave me an extra life. Like, take this. Now get your ass back in the game, bitch. Don't take shit for granted. So it's funny. So he's alluding to his overdose. He encountered the Grim Reaper, death. He almost died. You know what I mean? So he's creating this imagery of him physically meeting the Grim Reaper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then whatever. So he spit in Death's face, and then Death gave him an extra life and told him to get your ass back in that game and don't take shit for granted. Okay. So it's a cool little scheme that he did there. And then he says, so this is still the Grim Reaper, Death talking. He says, and don't take shit, give it. So don't take shit for granted and don't take shit, give shit, right? And then he says, only bull you should take is by the horns. So grabbing the bull by the horns, that expression.
Yeah.
Then he says, a mixture of Whitey Ford and Mighty Thor, I everlast, pen is mightier than sword. So do you know Whitey Ford?
No.
Okay, so Whitey Ford is another name for the rapper Everlast, who was in the House of Pain.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know Everlast.
Yes. So he does this scheme here where he does a mixture of Whitey Ford and Mighty Thor. So Thor, the Greek god, but the superhero, whatever he is.
Thor, is he...
I don't remember if he's Greek or what.
And I think it's, oh my God, I always forget the name. What's the other one? It's not Italian, it's not Greek.
It's not Roman?
No, it's not Italian or Greek.
Yeah, I don't know. I forget.
It's not Nordic. It's like something like that.
Yeah, there's Nordic gods. Oh, it might be Nordic.
Norse
gods.
It
might be. Yes. So anyway, he's saying a mixture of Whitey Ford and Mighty Thor. So he's a combo of those two. And then he says, I everlast. Pen is mightier than sword. So he's everlasting. He's around forever, right?
But then also saying the band name.
Yes, Everlast Whitey Ford. Same guy. And then he says, finished writing, then record, replenish, keep writing more. Nothing's riding on it but your I don't think it says private. Let's see. I have the lyrics open on my phone because we encounter this quite a bit. Uh, um, so he says, yeah, keep writing. Nothing's writing on it but your pride.
Like
That's
your pride.
Yeah, but your pride, that's all you're fighting for. So you fight, scratch, and you claw, backs to wall. So he's saying, like, so this whole thing about finish writing, then record, and then keep writing, and then not for any reason, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not to get rich, not to get famous, just you have
Just to
pride.
be perfect.
Yeah, you want to be the best rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you fight, scratch, you claw, backs to wall. No one was there to catch you fall. You pick yourself back up, you dust your jacket off, you grab your balls like they're gargantuan, and ask yourself how fucking bad you want it. So this doesn't say pull out your pants. How'd you pull out your pants from the draw?
I don't know.
So the line actually is pull out your badge for whooping ass and flash it on them. So like a cop, with their shield.
Like you're certified.
Yeah, so pull out your badge for whooping ass and flash it on them. Nobody's gonna back you in the corner. Throw a hornet. You're a hornet.
Did this.
I know these are really
Are
bad.
you crazy?
So it's funny. I did notice that this was 9 years ago. This video was uploaded. So this was brand new. So whoever made this video probably just heard the song. You know what I mean? Didn't have a lot of time to break it down and just put up what they thought they heard.
Sure.
Yes. So he says, nobody's going to back you in a corner. You're a hornet. So you're a hornet. No one's more ignorant than you. Fucking 4 a.m. You're at the laboratory storming like there's nothing that's more important. MCs, you better consider this as a formal warning. You're in for it.
Okay, so he's coming for you. He's been getting his shit together.
Yes, and he's saying 4 a.m. he's in the studio rapping, right?
Mm.
And then so the syllables there, the morning, storming, important.
So is that
formal.
when he's starting, or is he just going all night?
He's still
4 in the
going.
morning?
Yeah, he's still going. But even if he started there, it would still be
it's still
impressive.
crazy.
Yes. And then this is my favorite part of the song. I love this. He says, "Girl, what would you do if I said your body was off the chain and I told you I smile every single time I saw your face? I ain't finished, bitch. I meant in half. Oil the blades. Nobody wants to play. They say I'm a spoiled little baby, but." So
like sawing her face in half with a chainsaw.
yes, it's so fucking awesome. So yeah, so he does you think he's just saying, "Oh, she's beautiful," right?
Yeah.
And then he does, "I meant in half, oil the blade." So he's cutting your face in half and use oil the blade. So, but it goes back to the line before where he says, "What would you do if I said your body was off the chain?"
So just like hanging, like
so
kind of like how meat hangs in the meat locker.
Yeah. Yep. And then there's also the chain on the chainsaw. So it's a crazy little thing. And then we get into the chorus, which is so funny that he made this a chorus, but it's literally nobody puts baby in the corner. I'm only trying to warn you because that baby gets mad and gets to throwing a tantrum. He'll fucking flip on you. So nobody puts baby in the corner.
It's from Dirty Dancing.
Yes, it's the line in the movie, which is her name's Baby,
Her
right?
name's Baby.
Yeah. So it's so funny that he did that. So you see, this is like it's a playful, silly-ish song, but
yeah, for sure.
It's very technical. There's really cool shit he's doing. All right, and that is where we left off. So we'll pick up here.
What goes through an addict's brain besides static pain and spaghetti cane? Break beats and words, an erratic train of thought like splatter pain, scatterbrain. Yeah, maybe that explains why you're back, but don't rap the same. And you're looking way thinner, cause your hunger got you looking like they took away dinner. Sugar Ray Leonard wouldn't sugarcoat a fucking booger though, just to wipe that bitch on a hooker's coat. When you say you're a chugger, what? Now fling that bitch from your fingertips, hope it lands on another rap singer's lips who can't think of shit, anything of which it's interesting. This bitch, yo, who's king of this fucking English? Let your middle fingers clip on each hand while extending this shit. How low can you go?
Lower than Chuck D, ho. Hear the bassiness of my voice. Rocky's back. Where my Adrians?
Nobody's crazy or shady in an 80 million mile radius. I'm what Tom Brady is to the Patriots to rap. Not a man, I'm a weapon. Who just happened to be a rapper? Who just happened to be on the crapper? When it happened, I had an epiphany in the bathroom. I'd never be the same after. Now I'm back with an apple. Type for destruction and a fucking recipe for disaster. So let's eat cause I'm famished. Every deed is a dastardly one. Evil is bastard. Even you asking for me to be polite to people like me having my teeth pulled. Nobody puts baby in a corner. I'm only trying to warn ya. That baby gets mad and gets to throwing a tantrum, he'll fucking flip on ya. Cause nobody puts baby in a corner, I'm only trying to warn ya. That baby gets mad and gets to throwing a tantrum, he'll fucking flip on ya. So step in.
Okay. Verse number 2.
Ew, it's like a booger scheme. And it goes on for so long, it's making me nauseous.
Yeah, there's a line. People don't like that line.
I don't like it.
Not because of that. They think the Sugar Ray Leonard line is corny. All right.
Oh,
So he starts off second verse. He says, "What goes through an addict's brain besides static, pain, and Big Daddy Kane?" So it's funny because he's telling us what's going on in his brain. So static, like the TV, just crazy.
yeah.
Pain, and then Big Daddy Kane, which was one of Eminem's big influences, the rapper. And then he says, "Break beats and words, an erratic train of thought like splatter paint, scatterbrain. Yeah, maybe why that explains." Okay. So I like the thing he does there where he says an erratic train of thoughts like splatter paint. So it's like an erratic train, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like a train that's literally like off the
like
tracks.
all of the trains over the past couple weeks.
Yes. Yeah, that is actually funny. That's
Yeah.
interesting. An erratic train of thought like splatter paint, scatterbrain. So literally, scatter paint
Yeah,
all over
just
the
like
place.
everywhere.
Yes. And then he says, "Scatterbrain, yeah, maybe that explains why you're back, but don't rap the same." So this is like a critique that he gets that ever since he got clean and off his drugs, like he's not the same. He doesn't have the same like energy. Some people
Yeah,
complain, right? And then he
no.
says, "And you're looking way thinner because you're hungry got you looking like they took away dinner." So they're saying, "Oh, you're skinny and you don't have the hunger to be the best rapper anymore." Looks like they took away dinner. It's funny. And then he does this like chicka, like almost like in My Name Is the Chicka Chicka Slim Shady.
Oh, okay.
So he does the chicka Sugar Ray Leonard wouldn't sugarcoat a fucking booger though. So Sugar Ray Leonard was a boxer.
Oh, I was thinking of Sugar Ray, the band or the guy.
Sugar Ray Leonard. Yeah. So I don't know if there's something I'm missing. I don't know. From what I understand, he's just playing on Sugar, which is his name, right?
Yeah.
And then the sugar coat. I don't know if there was like an actual incident with Sugar Ray Leonard and a hooker and a booger or something. You know what I
Ew.
mean? But yes, so Sugar Ray Leonard wouldn't sugarcoat a fucking booger though, just to wipe that bitch on a hooker's coat. When you say you're chicka what, chuka what, chuka. So yeah, this whole Sugar Ray Leonard thing, again, I don't know if it's like an actual reference to something, but the actual
Yeah, I don't know.
line after that is when you say you're a chicka what, chicka goat. So like goat, greatest of all time.
Yeah, okay.
And then he continues, he says, "Now fling that bitch from your
Ew,
fingertips."
enough with the
Yeah,
boogers.
it's so funny that he continues it.
Yeah, so much.
"I hope it lands on another rap singer's lips who can't think of shit, anything of wit that's interesting to spit. Who's the king of this fucking English lit?" So he's saying English literature. He's the best. He's the man. "Let your middle fingers flip on each hand whilst I think he says while extending this shit." And then he says, "How low can you go?" He does like a really deep voice there. He goes, "How low can you go?" Lower than Chuck D, ho. So Chuck D from Public Enemy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then so like very low. It does sound like the song like the "How low can you go?" You remember that? I forget what song that is.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is either.
Yeah.
But there are so many references that I don't know
Yeah,
in
there's a
this
lot in
song. I'm like
here.
really confused.
So yeah, so Chuck D from the Public Enemy had a deep voice.
Okay.
And then the line "How low can you go?" is from Public Enemy song.
Okay.
And then he says, "Hear the bass in my voice, the bassiness in my voice." And then he says, "Rocky's back. Where's my Adrian?" So
Okay. So like from Rocky. I never
yes.
saw that. I don't even know.
Yeah. So Sylvester Stallone again has a very deep voice.
Yeah.
Talks like that. So it's
Was
another
Adrian like his wife or something?
Adrian. Now I'm forgetting. Was Adrian the wife or was it his trainer? Yeah, I think it's his wife.
I have no
Yeah,
fucking idea.
I think it's his girl. Then he says, "Nobody's crazy as Shady in an 80 million mile radius." So apparently, or when this was released, that's about how many albums he sold, I think. 80 million.
Oh, okay.
So it's not just a random.
Yeah, it seems like they're never random numbers.
Yeah, somebody's also said that I think like I forget the distance from like Earth to like the sun or something, or like the sun and back is 80 million too. But I do think the 80 million is a reference to records sold at this time. And then he says, "I'm what Tom Brady is to the Patriots of rap." So obviously,
He's like the biggest rapper.
yes. And Tom Brady was on the Patriots back then. Now
Yeah.
he's actually retired. But
He
yes,
retired again.
yeah, but for
So
good
he's
this
like
time.
completely
Yeah, he
retired,
actually
right?
submitted the papers for good.
Is he back with Giselle or
I
no?
don't think so. Yeah.
That was all she wanted.
I know, and he just did one extra year, and then
It was a
so
whole
it's
year?
weird. It was one season that he went back for.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then he says, "Not a man, I'm a weapon who just happened to be a rapper, who just happened to be on the crapper. When it happened, I had an epiphany in the bathroom. I'd never be the same after." So this is actually a reference to he in his autobiography and in interviews he spoke about. He came up with the name Slim Shady while he was taking a shit.
Ew.
Yeah, it just came to him. He's like, oh, there's so many words I could rhyme that with. So that's a whole reference. He's like, it just happened. He had this epiphany when he was, going to the bathroom. And then he says, I'll never be the same after. Now I'm back with an appetite. He does say apper because it rhymes, but
Rapper.
appetite for destruction, the fucking recipe for disaster. So
It's
the
like a food scheme, an
appetite,
appetite and recipe.
yeah, which is cool. Recipe for disaster. Then he says, so let's eat because I'm famished.
Me too.
Every deed is a dastardly one. Evil, it's past it. Is that the actual line? Never be appetite for destruction. So let's eat because I'm famished. Every deed is a disasterly one. Evilest bastard. Even when you're asking for me to be polite to people is like having my teeth pulled.
Yeah, they butchered this, whoever made this video.
Yeah, whenever if you ask him to be polite, it's the equivalent of having his teeth pulled. It's tough. All right. This is where we left off. We will finish this up.
So step inside a dimension, the minted side of a mind, it's like an inside of an engine. What I multiply your undivided attention. But be reminded if I didn't mention, I lose my mind and my temper. You'll be the first one who finds him offensive. Got him climbing the fences, lost some time to addiction. But look up rhyme in the dictionary, I'm in the picture. Eminem is the synonym for it. I'm an enigma. Fuck it, let's get to the meat. I'm gonna skip the veg and potatoes, edumacator. They are shit, legends are made of. Spit treacherous data. Shit that you would say to your worst enemy. This wretched is what you get when you mix threats with a Jada. They combine them with Method Man and Redman with methamphetamines in each left hand. In each right is a sledgehammer and pajamas. Standing in front of a webcam, beating themselves in the head so Russell lets them off Def Jam. Maybe I need my head exam. Hannibal Lecter with a dead lamb hanging from his ceiling, dripping with a bedpan. I need meds, swear to God, cause if I go off the edge, see, I ain't talking me off the ledge, man. Heart throb at a fart. Nah, more like a smart slob. Heart blob that'll stab you with a sharp object to the heart and leave claw marks all over the Walmart walls. Little baby with large balls. Fuck mudslinging, I'm blood flinging. There's nothing on this fucking earth better than being the king of the playground. I hate the swings, but I love being an underdog. Cause when I'm pushed, I end up swinging. Nobody puts baby in a corner. I'm only trying to warn ya. That baby gets mad and gets to throwing a tantrum, he'll fucking flip on ya. Cause nobody puts baby in a corner. I'm only trying to warn ya. That baby gets mad and gets to throwing a tantrum, he'll fucking flip on ya.
Okay. Third and final verse. So this, again, the cadence, the way he's delivering the lines is like half of what makes it so impressive.
Yeah,
But
that's for sure.
So then he starts off the third verse. He says, "So step inside a dimension, the demented side of a mind that's like the inside of an engine." So he's
Like constantly working.
yeah, he's in this other dimension. He's got a demented mind. It's very complex. While I multiply your undivided attention. I love that line too.
That's a good line.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah, division,
That's really
multiplication.
Yeah.
But be reminded that if I didn't mention, I lose my temper and my mind. You'll be the first one who finds him offensive. Got him climbing the fences. I think it's like them. Got him climbing the fences. I think. And then he says, lost some time to addiction, but look up time in the dictionary. I'm in the picture.
Rhyme,
What's up?
right? Look up rhyme.
Yeah, what did I say?
I don't know. I thought you said time again. Maybe I can hear things.
I don't know. Maybe we could see when we play it back. But yeah, so the lost some time to addiction. Obviously, he was an addict. He suffered. So you know what it is. You literally lose time when you're in active
Yeah.
addiction. Like,
Well, you lose. It's not only that you lose time, like you lose like the amount of time that you can spend doing other things. Like I was in school when I started using, and then I was using for about 4 years, so I didn't get to finish school.
well, yeah, you don't do anything. You don't progress. You're just
No,
stagnant. You know.
I
So
did finish school, but years after that, once I got sober again, so it was an extra 4 years longer because I wasn't really going to school. I
yeah.
was using.
Yeah, so he's acknowledging that. He's like, yeah, I lost time to addiction. But if you look up rhyme in the dictionary, I'm in the picture. So he's saying, like, yeah, he fucked up, but he is like a staple in hip hop and rap. He's like a legend, right? And then he says Eminem is the synonym for it. So same for rhyme. And he says, I'm an enigma. So he's like
Yeah.
unexplainable, like this unique thing. Then he says, fuck it, let's get to the meat balls. You hear the sound effect. It's like altered that does the balls. Then he says, I'm gonna skip the veg and potatoes. Then he says edumacata, which is funny. They are shit legends are made spit treacherous data, which is cool. Data is treacherous.
Hmm.
Then he says, shit that you would say to your worst enemy. This wretchedness is what you get when you mix Tretch with a Jada and combine him with Method Man and Redman. So, Tretch from Naughty by Nature, he's a rapper.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that.
Jada Kiss.
Jada, I know
So you're
him.
taking them, you're combining them with Method Man and Redman with methamphetamines in each left hand is what he says. So they each have methamphetamines in their left hand. Then he says in his right there's a sledgehammer and in pajamas, standing in front of a webcam, beating himself in the head till Russell lets him off Def Jam. So Def Jam's the record label. Russell Simmons owned. Interestingly,
Okay.
it was created with Rick Rubin, who produced this album.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's interesting.
Rick Rubin and Russell Simmons created it together.
Hmm.
Rick Rubin hasn't been involved in years. He like sold, whatever his involvement was.
Mm.
But yeah, so it's kind of a little shot, it sounds like, at Russell Simmons, who he's referencing. He says,
Hmm.
they're beating themselves in
Yeah,
the
because
head.
like they just want to be let go.
Yeah. And then he says, maybe I need my head examined. Hannibal Lecter with a dead lamb hanging from a ceiling, dripping with a bedpan. So obviously, Silence of the Lambs reference.
Yeah.
He's showing how crazy he is. And he screams, I need meds. Swear to God, because if I go off the edge, T.I. ain't talking me off a ledge, man. So do you know that? Do you remember that story? So back like, I don't know, 15 years ago at this point, T.I. was, I don't remember where, it might have been like a hotel or something. And there was a dude that was like trying to commit suicide. And he was like standing on the ledge of a building. And T.I. talked him down and convinced him to not jump.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
That's crazy.
yeah, he like saved someone's life that day. So that happened. So that's what he says. If Ti ain't talking me off the ledge if I go there, you know what I mean? And then he says, heart throb that'll fart. Ah. And then he says, nah, more like a smart slob. Part blob. Is it part blob? Yeah, I
Part
think it is. I
blob.
think it is part blob, actually.
Same.
Um, yeah, part blob that'll stab you with a sharp object to the heart and leave claw marks all over the
Ooh.
Walmart walls.
Walmart.
Yeah, so he's saying that he's a heartthrob that farts and he's a smart slob. So, this kind of like contradictory things.
Hmm.
Little baby with large balls. Fuck mudslinging. I'm blood flinging.
Ooh.
Yeah, so instead of, mudslinging is like a phrase for like casting insults at people. You know what I mean? You hear it
Okay.
in like politics a lot. They refer it as mudslinging when they're talking shit about each other. She's like, fuck that. I don't just want to sling mud. I'm going to fling blood. So he's going to get violent.
Nice.
Then he says, there's nothing on this fucking earth better than being king of the playground. So that's a reference back to Baby and then
King
obviously
baby.
hip hop. And then this is a very cool line. So he says, I hate the swings, but I love being the underdog because when I'm pushed, I end up swinging up. Swinging up? No, I end up swinging. I knew that was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a cool little scheme because so if you remember in Mockingbird, he says to Haley, he's like, "I'll give you one underdog, then you got to swing by yourself." So I never heard that phrase as pushing somebody. I don't know
Me
if it's like a
either.
game, but so it is a swing thing. So he says, I hate the swings, but I love being the underdog, which obviously the underdog, people doubt you, but then the underdog of like pushing someone on the swings. But then he literally continues the scheme, says, because when I'm pushed, I end up swinging. So if you like press him,
He'll fight you.
yes, but then it's
But
literally
he wins.
he completes the swinging scheme. Yeah, and that said, it's just the chorus one more time, and then the song ends.
So it was really good. There are a lot of impressive lines in there.
Yeah,
I like the last line. That was good too.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. It's interesting. It's I think people forget about it because it's like I mean the chorus is silly, you know.
Yeah, like it's impressive with what's going on in the song, but I think the chorus and then coupled with like the beat and whatever and the way that he sings it, I could see like it doesn't stand out as much as some of the other songs.
Yeah, the verses are very like cool. You know,
Yeah.
they're complex. There's like a lot of like interesting things he does like with his cadence and like the delivery and like how he's rhyming and
Yeah.
like all those different things. It's impressive. But yeah, it's like a silly type of chorus. It's like sounds more like one of his joke songs, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? But it's definitely impressive. It's good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It makes sense why he put it on the bonus deluxe and not the original album. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's cool though.
Yeah. Definitely
Yes,
good. Definitely good.
for sure.
But yeah, so don't forget to use our coupon code for Chomps and SeatGeek. Check out our Amazon storefront, like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you. Bye.
Bye.